Hello everybody, my name is Ben and welcome to the third video of the spooky Halloween month. Today I have another custom review that's sort of Halloween themed for you guys. This is my Monsters Inc. / University minifigure showcase. And I know people are gonna say, wait, dang it, that is something bouncing against my wall. Why Inc. and University? Well, the thing is, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. But I actually kind of sort of like Monsters University more than I like Monsters Inc. And Twix once in my room. I'm just going to ignore them though. I'm recording Twix. But I do like University more than Inc. And I think I may be the only one who thinks that. But I don't know. It's the one that was more around the time that I was a young lad. But yeah, I made some figures for it because it's one of my, just both of them, it's one of my favorite movie series of all time, and definitely my favorite Pixar movies, those two. So yeah, I also felt like they were kind of spooky figures, or I don't know about spooky, but like monster figures, and that's like what you're supposed to do around Halloween. It's supposed to be monsters and stuff. Yeah, and I'm also sorry this video, did come out a wee bit late. I tried to get it out the week before this, but I don't know, it took me a while to make Sully. I've just been going through a lot of real life stuff that just kind of sucks right now. So yeah, let's get to the video. Some of you may have been wondering why the camera was a little bit farther out than it usually is, and that's because our first figure is Sully, who is not a minifigure. I'm going to get a minifigure. This is just my sig figure myself by him. This is actually a light figure, so Lego makes these as, just in case you don't know, Lego makes these as promotional. They don't make them as much anymore, but they made them for most of the movies that have come out and just other things that are pretty popular, but basically they're just a big minifigure that has a light inside their feet. So yeah, usually I turn the light off or like tape over this, but I couldn't really do that with this figure, otherwise it would really show. But yeah, this is my Sully figure. It really feels nice, because I don't know if anyone, I've looked for Monsters Inc. and University Customs all over the internet, and I don't think anyone's really ever done it, honestly. But yeah, this guy is pretty cool. He's of course a light fig, so that gives him limited articulation. His arms can move and stuff, and his legs can move, but the thing is I can't sand them like I can sand normal minifigure legs, so it would scrape all the paint off. But yeah, I started with just a normal blue base that may have been a little bit dark, honestly, thinking about Sully's color. Yeah, I just basically painted everything that color. And then the head here is one of the things that can be removed, if you can, if it'll work. Yeah, the head can be removed, just in case you want to do that. And so, many of you know that I made one of these for Venom. Is he around here? No, he isn't. Venom, for the Venom movie. And it had some problems because I used a Batman one, because these ones that are just normal minifigures are kind of harder to find in America. But I used like a Batman one, and I spent days trying to cut the helmet off because it was glued on there. But this time I was smart, and it costed like $20 extra, but I ordered a light figure from England, because I guess they have more. And so, yeah, I kind of keep telling stories instead of reviewing this figure, but, his head was sculpted over. I cut off the stud and sculpted over it, which is what I do a lot, with minifigures whenever I want to make their heads a little more round. And, then I sculpted his two tufts of hair, because this guy is definitely more based off of his Monsters University appearance than I sculpted his little horns, and I decided to sculpt his eyebrows just because they're so prominent. I felt like it would have made sense to not sculpt them. But yeah, and then for the eyes, I couldn't decide, but some of my friends helped me out, and then I decided eventually to use just minifigure eyes. I couldn't decide if I should do that or like detailed eyes, but I did minifigure eyes, and I think it looks really good. And then I painted a little nose and mouth and a couple of hairlines on his face. I didn't really do that in many other places. I did that here in his horns are painted like this sort of tan color that's on a lot of other parts of the figure. And then I dry brushed the torso and kind of going onto the legs a lighter version of that blue to make it look like he's got a fluffy belly that's a lighter color. And then other than that, oh yeah, I sculpted a tail on the back, which I think looks pretty nice. At first it looked kind of like a lizard tail, and it kind of does on this side, but on this side I think it looks nice and soft, nice and round. And then I just painted the same tannish white color for the feeties and for his little things on the back, but I used black for his claws on his hands, which I did paint. And then other than that, I just basically took some purple paint and put polka dots all over him. A pretty simple figure in design, but just on how many pieces that I had to paint the same blue color. Not that easy, but he was very fun to make. I think it's just very fun to have this figure. So yeah, that is Sully. The next figure is, of course, Mike Wazowski, who is kind of a meme, but I didn't really make him for that reason. He's probably my favorite Pixar character, and it's ironic because me and my brother make fun of him because he is a meme, but I don't know, he's still one of my favorites. His arms are attached a little high. That annoys me a little bit, but I mean, there wasn't really another way to do this using a normal minifigure body, unless I made his head a lot taller. And it looks better with the accessory, which I will show in a bit. And putting him next to a minifigure, I'm using myself again. He's about half the size of it, and I used the Lego Dimensions. I mean, not Lego Dimensions, but Disney Infinity scale. Because I used to love the Disney Infinity figures, and that's about his size compared to most of the normal human characters that Lego has made, like, I don't know, Jack Skellington or Jack Sparrow, or, you know, characters like that are normal minifigures. This is about the scale that he is in. He looks a little small compared to Sully, but I mean, that's also about how tall he is in the movie. Maybe he needs to be a little bit taller, but I think it's a pretty good size for Mike. So basically, I took a minifigure body with the arms and everything. I cut off the neck, and then I just stuck two skeleton feet into it. And then I just sculpted onto it. It didn't look that great the first time, so I sculpted onto it a second time. So around there, you can see a sort of crack between the two layers of clay, which is kind of annoying on the back. But it looks a lot better than it did the first time. And on the top it looks really ugly, but that is for another reason, because unlike Sully, he does have an accessory, which is of his hat from Monsters University, because this figure is also more based off of Monsters University. So yeah, that's him with this hat, which I think looks a lot better than him without the hat, but I mean, I think both ways are really cute. The face took a lot of work, but I'm pretty proud of it. The eye was just a lot of white painting, and I was going to just put a normal minifigure eye in the middle, but those same friends I talked to about Sully's eyes said I should give him an eye like the animated version. So I did just that, so it has a bit of a green outline. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's definitely there. And then I outlined the eye with some green to make it look a little more, I don't know, just to outline it a little more, make it look more embedded into his face. I could have sculpted the eye, but I decided not to, because I don't know, I felt like that would look a little weird from the side. And then just his mouth, I just painted black and some little details. And then his little horns I sculpted and painted those as well, same color as Sully's horns. This figure is definitely made to be displayed with the hat on. And I don't know how to display these figures, honestly, because there's this... Oh, I didn't go into detail about the hat. I need to do that. But I'll finish what I'm saying first. I don't know how to display these figures, because Sully Mike can't really fit on a minifigure wall because he doesn't have, like, I don't know, holes on the back like a normal minifigure. And Sully can't fit on it either for that same reason, so I don't know where I'm going to put that. Yeah, the hat is pretty cool. I'm very proud of it. It's just Lego's sort of ball cap piece. It's in a lot of the CMFs, and then on the inside, it had a lot of clay in it because I used to just fill Lego pieces with clay when I was younger so I could stick them on stuff. I don't know, I was insane back then. But I put a little bit of green stuff in it to block where it kind of went over a little bit. Wow, this took a lot of my my phone battery. But then I just painted the MU logo with white and then just went over it with blue and then made that little eye there, which I think ended up looking perfect. So yeah, that is Mike Wazowski. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bit of a shorter one, of course. I don't know why I keep doing this. It's partially to show off my sweater. But yeah, thank you for watching these figures. These are two very important characters to me from my childhood, because I think this was Monsters Inc. was the first movie I ever saw. Just a little Just a Nerd fun fact there for you. But just these characters are just really important to me in general. So I'm really happy I could finally make them in Lego form, because I don't know how many people have actually done that. But yeah, thanks for watching. There's going to be at least one more Halloween video this month. I'm really trying right now to, I've been trying to forever to collect the whole Monster Series 14 minifigure series. And whenever I ordered this Sully, I got another one in. So now I only have one left. So if I can get all of them before Halloween, I will try to make a video on that. But I do have at least one more really cool spooky video I'm proud of. And then I'm excited about. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stick around if you want that other spooky stuff. But what? Okay. Jude's yelling something at me. Sorry. Thank you for watching. Do the things. Put that thing back where it came from. Or so help me. Goodbye.